Imagine the year 270 AD. The Roman Empire isn't just in decline, it's in a state of terminal collapse. Barbarian tribes are pouring over the borders. Two massive breakaway empires, the Gallic and the Palmyrene, have declared their independence, carving up Rome's territory. The list of emperors is a joke, a revolving door of generals who last only months before being murdered. This wasn't a crisis, this was the end. And then, one man stepped forward. His name was Aurelian, and unlike the emperors who came before him, he wasn't a politician, a scholar, or a son of a dynasty. He was a pure-blooded, no-nonsense soldier from the frontier provinces. A man who earned his rank with a sword in his hand and an unshakable will. He looked at the shattered remains of the world's greatest empire and saw not a lost cause but a test. His first act as emperor wasn't a political speech, it was a war. The German tribes, a coalition of Alemanni and Euthungi, had broken through the Alps and were marching on Rome itself. Panic was everywhere, but Aurelian didn't panic. He met them in battle not once but 3 times, crushing their forces and sending them home in disgrace. Then, in an incredible display of leadership, he did something unprecedented. He built the Aurelian Walls, a monumental ring of stone that, for the first time in centuries, showed the people of Rome that their emperor was a protector, not just a temporary warlord. He gave them hope. With Rome secure, he turned his gaze to the west. There, the Gallic Empire, a rump state that controlled Britain, Gaul, and Spain, was ruled by a man named Tetricus. Most emperors would have negotiated. Aurelian went to war. He marched his legions across the Alps, and in a series of swift and brutal campaigns, he cornered Tetricus's forces. But here's the unbelievable part. Tetricus, seeing the writing on the wall, actually betrayed his own army to Aurelian. He handed over his legions, effectively ending the war with almost no bloodshed. Aurelian didn't execute him. He paraded Tetricus in his triumph and made him a senator. This was not just a general's victory, it was a psychological masterclass. But the biggest challenge, the one that would define his legacy, lay in the east. Zenobia, the warrior queen of the Palmyrene Empire, had built her own massive kingdom. She was beautiful, intelligent, and a fierce opponent. This was more than a war. It was a clash of titans, a duel between the restorer of the world and the queen of the east. Aurelian's desert campaign was a logistical nightmare. He had to cross vast, empty lands, fighting fierce battles at every turn. But he was relentless. He laid siege to Palmyra itself, and when the city finally fell, Zenobia was captured. He brought her back to Rome, not as a brutalized prisoner but in chains of gold, a symbol of her power and his ultimate victory. He didn't just conquer his enemies, he made them part of his triumph. In just 5 years, Aurelian had done the impossible. He had reunified a broken empire, defeated 2 massive breakaway states, and pushed back countless barbarian invasions. He was called the restorer of the world, and while his life was cut short by a petty conspiracy, his legacy was set in stone. He proved that even when everything seems lost, one person with enough will, discipline, and vision can pull an entire civilization back from the brink. His story isn't just history, it's a blueprint for resilience. Aurelian's story is a testament to what a single great leader can achieve. But what if he had lived? What other history-altering moments did we miss? If you want to dive deeper into the untold stories of the past and witness more incredible leaders like Aurelian, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments, what Roman emperor should we cover next?